Jerking forward in an aborted lunge, the wolf-like features of the Animal Lord glow and a translucent wolf leaps across the battlefield towards you. Animal Lords have a lot of different abilities, and some of them they share. As a bonus action, they can shapeshift into animals of their own type of any size that they like, up to huge, allowing them to grow into melee range or shrink out of it in order to avoid opportunity attacks. Their Feral Strike legendary action allows them to move around the battlefield, avoiding opportunity attacks and placing themselves out of reach of further harm. Moving out right before an opponent's turn in order to get distance on them or to get cover from them is a particularly nasty way to level up their power. By dancing around them on the edges like this, the party often will group together in order to force them to come out in order to engage them, at which point you can hit them with the Sunburst for a massive dose of damage. Each of them has two different abilities. The Forager has an emanation that shuts people down entirely, only allowing them to move. So you can use this to set them up for opportunity attacks by leaving them in the emanation and encouraging them to have to move out of it so that they don't have to keep making the saves. The Forager's Spirit ability makes them the toughest Animal Lord. Once the temporary hit points are gone, use your Feral Strike ability to dance yourself behind cover or out of range so that you can recover until it's your turn and you can get all those sweet temporary hit points back again. The Hunter's emanation stops people from approaching and gives disadvantage on people that are using attack rolls. This weakens ranged attacks in particular and allows you to completely shut down melee opponents by just staying in sight but out of range. Use this with Feral Strikes to keep all but your current prey out of range. Your current prey you're going to designate by using your Spirit ability on them. It's best to use it on whoever acts immediately before the Animal Lord, and that way you can get the advantage on your attacks all the way through the rest of the turn with your legendary actions. The Sage's emanation is a great friendly AoE. It's also a good debuff, but it's primarily useful if you're using it when combined with an ally that is going to cause lots of saving throws. Meanwhile, use the Spirit against an opponent that's going to be making a lot of attack rolls, like a fighter or a monk. Any battlefield is great for an Animal Lord to allow them to shine, but they shine brightest in, conversely, either wide open spaces where they can dance around from cover to cover, or in tight confines where nobody can escape their emanations. Their allies include beasts of their own type, lycanthropes of the same, humanoids like berserkers and scouts and druids, and for the Forager and Hunter, you want creatures with good opportunity attacks built in, while sages are best with spellcasters or save-dependent creatures. And that's your guide to Animal Lords.